go! Y'all better grab some snacks because this video about to be a long one, that's all I'm saying.
Forgetting how to smile now. Yeah, it's sure been a while now.
Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, you know motherfuckers subscribe, honey, that's why. Hit that subscribe button for me, you feel me? Today I'm coming at you guys with a college freshman advice video coming from a Syracuse University sophomore now. I'm gonna be a sophomore in the fall at Syracuse University. My major is political science, for any of you guys who are wondering. So I have broken up this video into 4 sections. So we're gonna be talking about what to expect socially and academically, some things to look out for, managing your social life and your schoolwork, and then my overall experience as a freshman. And the last section is gonna be me answering you guys your questions. Guys, okay, before I even start, I also wanna say that I am a young, new R&B artist. I have music that I have written, recorded, and it will be in the description box below. Also, any sounds that you may hear, my family, you know, we all quarantining, so it gets a little hectic sometimes. What to expect socially? There are mad parties. Well, at least at Syracuse University, there are so many parties, but also a lot of them are not good because there are so many people there, you can't get in, you gotta pay for a whack party. Like, there are so many. There are a lot of people on campus during the daytime, which is something that was like new to me. Like, I wasn't used to that at all because I came from a small, you know, like NYC high school. Like, I wasn't used to seeing so many people in a place at once that wasn't like Manhattan. You know, like so many people going to the same school. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Drugs and alcohol are there. Like, a lot of them. They exist, so just be sure to be aware of that. Also, in the very beginning, people are super friendly, super nice, but just because they're super friendly, super nice doesn't mean that they will be your friends, like, in the end. People also do date freshman year of college. When I was going to college and I was watching all these YouTube videos on college, you know, experiences, people would literally say that people don't date freshman year, but that's so wrong. That is so wrong. Well, at least in Syracuse University, that's wrong. So you can find your little boo thing if you wanna. I don't know. So academically, there is a difference in workload at the beginning of the semester, middle semester, and end of semester, okay? At the beginning, it seems like everything is easy, like everything is gonna be light, everything's gonna be Irie, light work, wrong. Just wait till you get to the middle. And if you're in the middle of the semester and things are easy and you haven't been stressed about assignments or tests yet, you are doing something wrong, okay? Check yourself. Check yourself. Your grades matter, bro. Your attendance matters. It all matters. It will come back to bite you in the ass. At first, everything will probably be super confusing, which makes sense, to be honest, because it is college. It's a new experience. It's completely different from high school. You're living on your own. There's no one there to pester you or tell you, like, you have to do this now. This is due at this date. You literally have to remember everything by yourself. You are an actual adult now, like, living on your own. It's okay to be confused at first. It makes sense. I still kind of am. But, like, I'm getting better, you know what I'm saying? You will need to have a calendar, a planner, or both. I have 2 planners and 1 calendar. I didn't start using it until second semester, which explains a lot. You are going to have to check emails often because in your emails, they let you know, like, what's going on campus, if there's been any crimes, if there's been any meetings or things that, like, the chancellor wants you to know about, the dean, or if classes are canceled, or if your professor is not gonna have class that day. Like, you need to check your emails every day. You don't want to be wasting time, you know, going to a classroom you're not supposed to be in. Like, sometimes classroom numbers change, like, your schedule might change, you don't even realize it. Like, you need to be sure to check your emails and everything. Some things to look out for. You might be alone for the first couple of days if you have a roommate, or if you don't have a roommate, you'll still be alone. But, like, if you have a roommate and you're expecting to live with someone, you might be alone for the first couple of days. Like, I was going to college, being away from my parents, and just actually being alone. Like, you're actually alone. Like, you're really alone. It's like an experience. It's not bad, but it's just like, that's how you know it's the beginning. Budgeting. I still have not mastered budgeting. I'm still not even good at budgeting. I don't yeah. No. Budgeting is important because in college a lot of money goes to food. Like a lot of money, because the dining hall food is ass. And it's like the first time you go there, you're gonna think, oh, it's not that bad, you know. Especially me coming from an NYC high school where the school food was despicable. Like it was horrible. So going to a dining hall and seeing all these nice looking foods, by the way, just because it looks nice doesn't mean it tastes good. I would recommend saving up the summer before you go to college, because that's what I did. And I had like $2,000 and I was able to, you know, buy things that I wanted without having to ask my parents for money, you know, until it ran out. But that's how things go. You may not find who your friends are at the very beginning. That's okay. I didn't find my main friend group until like, it was at the beginning, but I met a whole bunch of people before them. Like I was going around meeting a whole bunch of people, trying to see like where I thought I fit in. Eventually you'll find your people. If you're going to parties, you want to make sure that you have people that you trust, people that you know care about you with you, because you don't want to be left alone at a party. Okay? You don't want to be left alone at a party. It's dark. There's a mad man everywhere. Just a man everywhere. And it's happened to you before. And I'm telling you, you don't want to be alone, because I felt it. That little panic you get in your chest when, where's everybody? Where everybody went? It doesn't feel good. So you want to make sure you go with people who won't leave you behind. It's really crowded. Like it's so easy to get lost at a party. It's so easy, and you don't want that to happen. Your professors, honey, your professors don't care about you, son. Like you gotta care about yourself. If you have questions, or if you're confused on assignment, don't expect your professor to know that or ask you. You have to know that you're confused. You have to know that your professor is there. Like they have all the knowledge that you kind of need, to be honest. You can ask them. You should ask them, or your TA. Don't be afraid of asking for help. And I was first semester. You just want to make sure that you're on top of everything, because your professors will not pester you about anything. They will not pester you about your assignments. They will not remind you of dates consistently. They won't do that. So you want to make sure you're on top of your shit. Ask for help if you need it. I was kind of just saying that just now. It's college. Like it's expected that you're confused or you don't get it. There are so many resources on campus that you can use. There are, like in Syracuse, there's a writing center. If you have a paper to write, they literally help you with your paper, help you submit it, help you get a good grade. Take advantage, ask for help. There's help. You can find it. You need to keep up with your grades that they post. You need to make sure that they are posting your grades. My first semester, a lot of my professors were not updating my grade. I couldn't see like the scores I was getting until like the end of the semester, which is not good. But I didn't realize I wasn't good at that point in time, because I was new to the scene. I thought that's just how things worked up in this place. A lot of times you'll think that you're doing better than you are, or you'll think that you're doing worse than you are, and you don't want to feel that. You want to know exactly like how you're doing, so that you can be able to alter or change the way that you are approaching assignments. And you know what I'm saying? I've had 2 professors that have given me wrong grades, and I didn't even realize until I saw the paper, or I asked for the paper, and I was like, you fully on an exam. Like an exam is like a big portion of your grade. For it to be messed up, everything's like on you. And I know it's gonna seem like a lot, but that's really what it is. You'll get used to it, you'll learn. It's a struggle, life's a struggle. All good things come from hard work and dedication. So registering for second semester classes. I never had to register for first semester classes. They just gave me classes, and then when I went on campus, I spoke to an advisor about my classes and seeing like if they matched up with what I was interested in. Registering for second semester classes at Syracuse University is confusing at first, and it seems like it's hard. All you need to do is get someone who will sit down with you, be patient with you, and like explain it. You will have highs and lows, which makes sense. College is hard, it's stressful. You will have days where you don't have time to call your parents, you don't have time for anything. You'll have days where you don't even know what to do first, because there's so many things to do and it's just so much. You just need to sit down and then get back up and get to it. There are services on campus that can help you if you need someone to talk to, or you know, like there's a lot of stuff at your advantage. And remember, you're paying this tuition. You want to make sure that you take advantage, or even if you're not, like you're going to the school, you want to make sure you take advantage of all the resources that they have on campus for you. For Syracuse, specific things to look out for. Make sure you do the modules. I know it seems like, oh, I'm not gonna do it, I don't want to do it. You need to do them because they will come back to bite you in the ass. A lot of times when you don't do the things that the college is telling you to do, they will stop you from registering for classes, and stopping you from registering for classes is problematic because you won't get the classes that you want because it'll be filled up by the time you finish the modules and choose the classes that you want again. You want to make sure that you do everything that they're telling you to do. At Syracuse, like there isn't that much to do, like because it's Syracuse, like a small town, but also I may not really know because I've only been there for a semester and a half. I'm gonna be doing more exploring when I go back, but based on what I've seen, there's not that much to see except like land. I just want to let you guys know, doing your nails at Syracuse, like while you're going to Syracuse, is mad money. There are people on campus that will do your nails for you. They'll do them so well, like at a good price, but there's not that many people who do nails, or maybe we just don't know about those people because a lot of times like the people, like one person will blow up for doing nails and then they're booked out and you can't even get, you know, just look out for that. Like if you don't want to be spending all your money on nails, which I know like are important, like I still haven't got my nails done in so long, I'm so sad. So managing your social life and schoolwork. Be sure to find a place where you can like actually focus on your work. For me, I can't like be around people who aren't working and do my work and actually focus on what I'm doing. That's just me. Like some people can, but that's me. You want to find a group of people to study with. This is very helpful for all your classes. Like you kind of want to have people that are also in the same boat as you but may know more than you. So like you can all help each other. Take a class with your friends, it's very helpful. Make sure it's not just a class that you're taking just to be with your friends. Like it's something that you actually are interested in, you actually want to learn about, and you're actually willing to put the time in to learn about it. Side note, as tempting as it will be to skip classes, not do assignments because you think they don't matter, well, for me, because I'm not that strong of a test taker, my grades matter so much, like with everything. A lot of times, like my tests aren't what's bringing my grade up, it's like what's bringing my grade down. So if you have a class, like I had a class that was like the grade that I would get in that class was just based on the test that we had in the class and attendance, and that's it. 4 tests and attendance, that's it. So you just want to make sure that you go to class. A lot of times when you go to the classes and you've gone to every single class, when the test comes, it's not as hard because the test literally just covers the stuff that you were doing in class. And if you were paying attention, you know, like you can bring a snack with you, eat to keep you awake. Like for me, I need to munch on something to keep me awake sometimes because some classes be boring, bro. Like, so for my overall experience as a freshman, going to college is so much better than what you think it will be. Like, yes, you are excited to go. You are, and you should be excited to go. But the excitement you feel doesn't even match up to the way it actually feels to be there. Like, it feels amazing to be in college. Like, I don't know, like, it feels amazing. Someone who was always around her parents, like, never really hung out with friends that much. College is lit. I lived in Lawrence Hall at Syracuse University, which was really cool because it was just a super, super tall building. It looks really nice. I will insert a picture of Lawrence Hall here. The floors were all squares, like, so everyone knew each other. There weren't that many people on the floors. I loved living at Lawrence. It was 10 minutes away from like everything, and it was like down a hill, but you had the option of either going like up the hill or up the steps. Up the hill or up the steps. My first semester didn't go that well because it was just a lot. Like I didn't know how to handle it because it was just a lot on me at once. Like, first semester was the first time I've ever gone grocery shopping by myself. The first time that I had to actually like do laundry by myself, like clean my dishes, fold my clothes by myself. Like you're for real, like on your own. Like you're living, you're an adult. It was cool. I liked it, to be honest. I met so many people within the first couple of days that I didn't even remember some of the faces that I met. Like people would say hi to me on campus and I'd be like, So moving on to questions that you guys asked me. What do you think would have been different if you finished on campus? I would have definitely gone out more. I would have gone to a few more parties, because like I didn't go to parties at all. I would be making more videos for sure, college videos. I did not take advantage of that when I was on campus. I was just all over the place trying to find my way, you know what I'm saying? Try to see new things like the zoo, railroad tracks, like all those cool things, but I'll see it next semester. We're about to be back next semester, y'all. Tips for sharing your room with a stranger. I would say that you need to try to reach out to your roommate before you actually move in with them, because you want to speak to this person. You want to settle things, like you want to figure out if you're going to have one fridge, two fridges, if you want to, what side of the room you're going to want, like you want to make sure like the colors don't clash if you care about that. Be respectful of your roommate's things regardless of whether they are a stranger to you or not. You want to make sure that you ask before you use or touch anything because of theirs, until you are sure like you guys are close enough where you know like it's okay that you do that thing. You know what I'm saying? That way you can avoid problems with your roommate. Also, if there is a problem, you want to just make sure that you talk to your roommate about it. Like, you guys are both adults, you guys are living in a space together. You don't want the energy in there to be like super like stiff. Like, you don't want the tension to be thick in the air when you go into the room. You know, like, you want to be able to have normal conversation, like, how was your day, like, what are you gonna do today? You know, like, you don't want to have beef with your roommate. I feel like with having a roommate, like, trust is very important because you're both in the space. You know, you want to be able to trust the person that you're living with, do you not? Like, next question is, what is it like going to college in a small town when you're from a big city? It's not that bad, it's just like less things to do and see, which can get kind of boring, and like Syracuse is very like gloomy, like there's not that much sun out. Studying tips. So I realized that to study I need to be alone or with people that are also studying. Make sure you go to every class and take notes from the lectures, because sometimes in the tests there's information that the teacher says in the lecture but it's not in the textbook, and sometimes there's information that the teacher doesn't say in the lecture but it's in the textbook. So you want to make sure that you just take notes and keep up with everything. That way you have enough information in your head where it's not like you gotta read, like you have to teach yourself everything that's gonna be on the exam the next day. One thing I wish I did differently from freshman year, I wish that first semester I was more grounded and like I was actually more focused on classes and stuff. But it's crazy because it felt like I was focused on classes. Like, it did. It felt like I was actually trying hard. I guess it was just a lot at once, like just a lot of freedom at once. So I didn't really know how to handle that, or, you know. So if I could redo that, that's what I would do. I would also film more videos for YouTube. Like, I did not take advantage of the fact that I was a freshman in college at all. What has been the hardest part of college so far? Online school. What is your favorite memory? I like all the memories that I have of all my friends going to parties, like all of us going to parties together. Even though I never really enjoyed the parties, I enjoyed like all of us walking there together, taking the Uber together, the shit we would talk about when we come back from the parties. And then I spend with my friends in their rooms and we just stay up super late, like watching a show or just dancing and being college kids. Some advice for incoming freshmen: if you try hard, you'll be okay. It's balancing music and school. So it wasn't really hard for me to balance music and school. I would find time to write music. Like, if I was chilling with my friends, I'd just sneak off and go to the staircase and sing a tune, sing a little tune, you know what I'm saying? And then any performances that I had, they took place on the weekends. So I would make sure that if I had assignments due, I got them done, or you know, before I came back home to the city to perform or performed at school. Like, that's what I would do. So balancing it wasn't that hard. Why did you go for random as a roommate? Was it worth it? This is the last question. I went for random as a roommate because I did have a roommate before. I met someone on a Facebook group where, you know, I really recommend you guys do that. Like, if you want to find a roommate, you can go on Facebook groups like for your school, incoming freshmen for your school, and you can meet people that are also looking for roommates. They have like descriptions of themselves, talk about the things that they like, and you can see if you match with this person at all. So I had met someone like that, and it didn't work out, so I ended up like not being her roommate and having to go random because I didn't have enough time to find another roommate. Going random is the best thing I've ever done, I think. Going random is so chancy. Like, you don't know who you getting, bro, and there are weirdos. Like, I'm not even kidding, like, but that didn't happen to me. My roommate and I have never had an argument. My roommate and I talk to each other about like any issues that we have. I hope she knows that she can talk to me about anything, and I know I can talk to her about anything. I trust her. I trust that she won't I trust that she'll keep any secrets that I have that I need to tell. Like, going random does work out sometimes, and I'm gonna be rooming with her next semester, and I'm super duper hyped for that. So, was it worth it? 100 times over. It was definitely worth it, without a doubt. Yeah, I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. Just sitting down here, talking to y'all. If it was, please don't forget to give me a like. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. You can also follow me on my social medias. Leave a comment and tell me what other videos you would like to see, and I will be sure to get into you. Be sure to get into you. Be sure to. Okay. All right. Have a good night.
Them hits don't make no sense.
Oh damn, yeah, them hits don't make no sense. This ain't Christmas, but we snatching like the